Hold up.
Yeah.
Swirl.
Welcome to this Christmas only. 'Cause I'm tired, don't miss this. I just wanna welcome you.
We're both here. Hey guys, Annika, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting a new series because I'm such a fucking beauty guru. Hello, I'm Annika. Have you met? I'm a fucking world-renowned fucking beauty guru. Today I'm going to be starting a series that I'm calling Weird Look Wednesday, where I'm just going to be doing like an unconventional look. I'm just going to be doing an unconventional look every Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday or like every other Wednesday or just whenever the fuck I feel like it. We'll see where my life takes me. We'll see if I'm even alive next week. I was looking at this girl's Instagram. She is amazing. Like, this is what talent is. So this girl, her name is Hannah Beth, but the second A in her name is a 4, and like, look at that. That is amazing. Like, she's actually so good at makeup, and not only is she doing like this amazing, oh shit, she just posted that. Girl, she does some amazing looks. I'm so jealous. Like, I don't know how she fucking does that for real. Oh yes, come. So I'm gonna be doing something a little bit inspired by that. I posted a picture like a few days ago. I'm gonna be doing that, except better, not with the backflash. Does anybody look good with backflash? No. First, I'm gonna put tape on my eye. I'm bougie. All white people are racist. All men are misogynistic. All cisgendered people are transphobic. All members of the majority are automatically biased against the members of the minority or opposing group. So now that I have my eyes taped up, I'm going to prime them using the Essence I Heart Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. It's actually pretty good. I know I was kind of knocking it in Friday's video. Normally I don't use eye primer, but today I'm feeling really extra. Like, I did eyeliner for school. That's how you know I'm feeling extra. I did my eyebrows off camera, but I used the Anastasia DIPBROW. I need to get like a better brush because currently this brush is like way too thick. I'm just talking. I'll shut the fuck up. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance just because I feel like a lot of people have this palette, so I think it's going to be easy for people to recreate. So first I'm going to be starting off with the shade Burnt Orange, which is this orange shade. I'm going to be taking this Skone blending brush and I'm just going to be putting that into my crease, I guess. So now that I have that color in my crease, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia brush that it comes with. I'm going to be taking the shade Venetian Red, which is this like pink color. Lies, this isn't red, this is pink. The government is sending us subliminal messages through eyeshadow palettes, and I'm just kind of putting this all over my crease. We want this to be like a really pink look. The Burnt Orange shade was really just to like put down a foundation. Guys, I only have 3 more weeks of school. But one of those weeks is the last week of school, which is bullshit, and another one of those weeks is cluster week, which cluster week is really lit. You get to like choose an art kind of thing, and then you like get to do that all week, so there's no like real academic. So I really only have 7 school like days of real school left, and I'm pretty pumped about that. So last week of school we have field day. I fucking hate field day. I hate field day more than I hate myself, which is a lot. I don't think you guys know how much that is. Okay, now I'm gonna be taking the shade Red Ochre, which is actually red. No, it's actually more brown. Subliminal messages. So then I'm just gonna be like putting that in the outer part of my eye, but really just like putting it everywhere. It's a very like sloppy makeup look because it's not gonna be the highlight. It looks really messy right now, but when we take off the tape, I swear it might look a tiny bit better. It's probably still gonna look like shit because I look like shit 24/7. Now we're gonna take the Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow bullshit that everybody talks about in the shade Kitten Karma. These are like so pigmented. I'm really late on the bandwagon, but if you haven't seen swatches, look at that. Oh shit. I'm just putting that directly. Oh yes, Queen Salami. I'm putting that on my eyelid, just kind of like everywhere, but making sure that it doesn't get into my crease. And I want to keep my eye closed until I know that it's dry. I want to find a dupe for this because these are mad pricey. They're like so expensive. I suppose you could just use glitter, but it's like so much prettier than glitter. Do you fucking see this? Who needs dicks when you got this? Oh shit, I just got it all over my eyelid. I just got it all up in my I don't really care. Okay, then I'm gonna be putting it on the other eye. Then what I'm gonna be doing, I'm so fucking extra. Why do I do this? Why am I still alive? I'm gonna be taking the NYX glitter primer, and I'm gonna be putting that, you'll see, I need to show. I'm gonna be putting a little bit of that on like a flat brush. I'm just using the one that came with the Naked palette, and I'm putting that in my inner corner and kind of dragging it down. Oh shit, I just got that in my eye. Ooh, 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 ow, ow, ow. I should probably do concealer before. Should I do concealer first? Nah, we'll just figure this out. I'm just gonna put like like that there in the inner corner. And then I'm going to be taking the NYX Face and Body Glitter in the shade 05. It's just like a gold. And I'm going to be putting that where I put the glitter glue. And this is going to make it look sparkly everywhere because we're fucking gold. But bringing a little bit more onto the eyelid because these aren't the exact same shade. The Stila thing is a little bit more like rosy, whereas this is a little bit more like yellowy gold. So we just want to bring a little bit onto the lid so that it like joins well. Fuck yes, queen, fucking slay me. I literally hate myself. I say slay me on every video, but I literally hate the term slay me. I think it's really annoying. Why am I such a fake fucking bitch? Slay me. I'm doing that on the other eye. I just got a notification on Instagram that says people have viewed your video more than 420 times. Yes. Then I'm gonna peel off the tape. Ow, 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 ow. My dad's like talking to himself. Crisp. So now that looks fucking good because it looks bad. It actually looks so bad. This isn't even a weird look. This is just a dramatic look, and now there's glitter all over my face. If there's glitter in your crease, you're gonna have to deal with it. It's not going away. It's literally gonna be there for the next like 10 years. Not fucking kidding. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on eyelashes. I'm gonna do my Ardell Wispies number 113, which I call my llama lashes because they make me look like a llama. And I'm gonna be attaching them with Duo lash glue. This is like the black paint on adhesive. Yeah, I'm just gonna put those on and I will be right back. Okay, a little bit of lash trouble today, but I figured it out. I'm a big girl. I can finally dress myself. Okay, and now I'm going to be doing my lower lash line. So I'm going to be taking the Morphe E36 brush and I'm going to be dipping it into the Venetian red shade that isn't actually red because the government is sending us subliminal messages. Should I do a subliminal messages video? Okay, I'm going to be taking this and I'm just going to be like putting that on my lower lash line. Is this even like a weird look or is it just like extra? I think it's not even weird. It's just like extra. Yes! Now I'm going to be blending my lashes together and putting mascara on my lower lashes. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Colossal mascara. Guys, do you need a DIY? If your mascara ever starts to dry up, just fucking jerk off into it and then it'll get like more liquidy. Okay, now we're gonna move on to my face. So for primer, I don't know me. I think I'm gonna be using the NYX Angel Veil primer. I really like this primer because it's moisturizing, but it's almost silicone-y. Like people always say that it's a very hydrating primer, but I feel like it's more like pore filling than it is hydrating. I don't know. I really personally like pore filling primers just because I feel like they do the most. Like hydrating primers, I can just use lotion. Like okay. Then for foundation, I have glitter all over my fucking face. Cool. For foundation, I think I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl, that's not CoverGirl, L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. It just looks like this one, and it's in the shade C3. I don't know if this is my shade, but we'll see. Why did I pump it directly onto my face? That was a really stupid idea. Now I'm gonna be using the Morphe Y6 brush to blend it. Yeah, it's basically my color. It's a little bit dark, but like that. And then to get around my eyebrows, I'm going to be using a beauty blender just to make sure that I don't fuck them up. Just like I fuck everything up. What else is new? Then for concealer, I'm going to be using the Milani Retouch and Erase Concealer. This is actually such a good concealer. It's so full coverage. I love it. I'm in the shade 01. I'm just really not a fan of the applicator. I feel like I can't get enough out. And I'm trying to get like as close into the tear duct, what is that, inner corner basically as I can, but I don't want to disrupt the glitter. What do I even call this? What is the name of this? Okay, and then I'm going to bake my under eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm also going to bake my forehead lines and my laugh lines. I'm not really baking actually. I like low-key am. Okay. Oh my god, we're like almost done. This is like one of my faster tutorials. Actually, watch it be like 20 minutes. For bronzer, I'm going to be taking the Tarte Ab Princess Bronzer on my Claire's brush. I literally got this from Claire's. I'm so fucking cool. In all fairness, it was like the first brush set that I ever got. And it's like nice. It's not soft, but it does the job. What lipstick am I going to do? So many questions. I'm just dusting away the bake. I'm just like low-key using whatever's left on the brush because I like to be a bronze goddess. Oh, sorry, I'm out of focus. Okay, then for blush, I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution. No, what don't I use ever? Oh, the NYX Sweet Cheeks Blush Palette. I think I'm gonna be taking this dark shade right here. Oh, shit. Then, my lips look like crusty assholes, so I'm going to exfoliate them with my new favorite lip scrub. This is such a good lip scrub. This is the Milani Keep It Sweet Sugar Lip Scrub. It tastes so good. It's so exfoliating, but it's not like harsh. Usually I just take that off with a tissue, but I had like a kind of dirty makeup wipe near me. That's what I'm doing. For lips. Okay. Should I do this? Should I do monochromatic? This isn't really monochromatic though. No, this is. Yeah, this works. Okay, this is the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Lovely. I've been obsessed with this recently. Like, if I'm wearing liquid lipstick, I'm wearing this. Like, I can't. Actually, should I use that one that I got in my Ipsy bag? Yeah, I think I'm gonna use that one because I used this one a lot, and I used it in a recent video, I think. I got this lipstick in my Ipsy bag. This is the Caitlyn Extreme Matte Tint Plus Velvet, and this is impossible to get off, so I love it. Okay, so we have one more step. And that's glow. I don't know what kind of glow I'm going for today. I think I'm gonna do a gold one because I feel like this is a more gold look. So I think I'm gonna be taking the Tarte highlighter in the shade Stunner. I really like this. Mine broke, so I had to repress it, so it looks so fucking ugly because apparently I don't know how to do anything. Actually, that's not apparent. It's just kind of like obvious. This still works. It's still very pigmented. Oh my god. I love Tarte highlighters. Apparently their sparkler one is sparkly, which is like, hey, their name says that. Ooh, shit. I didn't mean to do that, but like I kind of like the way it looks. I look like a robot. When I was in Costa Rica, I wore my Jeffree Star highlighter, and they were like, Annika, you have like tin foil on your face. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna spray my face with the Milani Make It Last setting spray so they can make it fucking last. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're looking forward to more, what was the thing? Weird Look Wednesdays, then also give it a thumbs up. If you want me to kill myself, give this a thumbs up. If you don't want me to kill myself, also give it a thumbs up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, suck my dick, and keep on llama lashing.
Hold up.